say that I am better now, better now. I only say that 'cause you're not around, not around.
Wow. Yo, everybody. It's your boy, the Tatumeister, back again. And yes, it's finally here. Uncut Gems. It's in theaters. I mean, talk about a letdown. I'm just kidding, but to be real, this is one of my high films of the year. I was really looking forward to this one. They had Adam Sandler, and critics were hyping this movie up to the wazoo. All of my YouTuber friends were saying it was one of the greatest movies of the year. I mean, the hype for this film could not be more real. I mean, everybody was claiming Adam Sandler, this is his best performance yet. And this Safdie Brothers did, which they also did Good Time with Robert Pattinson, which is a great movie. I'd say this is about equal to that, but I don't know if it's better or worse, but I'd say it's equal to Good Time. That movie's a good time. This movie's a good time. Uncut Gems is good, but not exceptional, I'd say. In fact, I hate to say this, guys. I like Rise of Skywalker Knives Out more than Uncut Gems. That's actually kind of sad. I didn't think I'd be saying that, but legit-wise, I'm going to get into the negatives in a bit. There are great things about this movie. I like this movie a lot. It's really cool. I like what the Safdie brothers did, and the music especially. Okay, let me just cover the positives first. The music in this movie is legit-wise amazing. Whoever did the music, the guy that did the music, he's a recording artist, and oh my gosh, like, the music in this film is flawless. It is honestly suspenseful, powerful, electronic. It's on par with Breakthrough's soundtrack and Joker's. I mean, the soundtrack in this is the biggest highlight. And of course, Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler's performance was great. To be fair, though, I mean, I wouldn't say this is his best movie. Click is still my favorite movie Adam Sandler's ever done, but this movie's pretty great. As far as performance-wise goes, Adam Sandler did a great job. Now, as far as his character and character development and everything else, I'll get into in a sec, but as far as his performance, it was really great. But to be fair, Adam Sandler's performance is always great. I mean, people that say Adam Sandler's a bad actor is really stupid, because I thought he was great in Click. I thought he was great in Waterboy. I thought he was good in all these movies. Punch Drunk Love, 50 for all those movies, except for Jack and Jill. But Jack and Jill is obviously his worst movie, but we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about Uncut Gems, which is not, by the way, he didn't produce this movie. It was all Safdie brothers. They wrote, produced, and directed. The Safdie brothers are really interesting filmmakers. I really like what they did with this film. It was great. But the other positive I can give is the cast. The cast, it wasn't just Adam Sandler. We had India Mazel. We had Lakeith Stanfield, a great actor. We had The Weeknd appear in a scene. We had, of course, Kenneth Durant. Yeah, the basketball player. He's in this movie a lot, and he's great. Forgot all the other actors in the movie. They all did an excellent job. It wasn't just Adam Sandler doing it. It was everybody. I mean, Julia Fox is the Julia girl, whoever the main female lead in this movie, besides Indina. I mean, oh my gosh, she was great too. Everybody was great. This movie's great. But before I get into negatives, which I have a few, I do think the movies are really great. It's really enjoyable time. It's a nice film experience. You don't get bored. It's very suspenseful, and it's overall a really good movie. But now I'm going to get into negatives, because honestly, guys, this film was a little overrated, and it was a little of a letdown. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, there's so many great elements to Uncut Gems, but the main downgrade for me was the story and the characters in general. I mean, these characters are great. Not going to lie. I love Howard, but he's like the only character's name I remember. You don't really and Kenneth Durant, I guess, and of course Abel Tesfaye with The Weeknd, but that's because that's literally their names. But Howard's a great character, but the thing about Howard is he doesn't have any in the movie. He doesn't have any character development. I mean, legit wise, but he's the same in the beginning as he's the same in the end. I mean, he doesn't have any character development. As great as Adam Sandler's performance is, he doesn't learn anything from this experience. And there's something that happens at the end of this movie, which a lot of people are complaining about the last, 5, 10, 3 minutes of this movie, the final part of this movie. A lot of people complain about, which, okay, I kind of expected that going in. I knew I kind of figured out what was going to happen at the end. But when it did happen, it kind of felt like the whole movie was pointless, I mean, by the end of the movie, you're kind of sitting there like, what was the point of all this? You're just sitting there like, huh? What was the point? What was the message of the movie then? Like what? What? I don't know. I guess the Safdie brothers are good at doing that. They're very good filmmakers and they have a unique style, but their style is strange. I gotta admit, like it's unlike any film style I've ever seen. I mean, the Safdie brothers' style is completely their own. It's not like any movie you're ever gonna watch. I mean, Uncut Gems is so unique, but it's also a bad thing because you got to get the sense at the end like why like what was the point of all this? Like, the movie had no clear message and they had no clear plot. It's just a bunch of crazy crap happening all the time, and it's just weird because it's like what? Because basically the plot of the movie is Howard owes a lot of debts to people and he has to pay them all off, and at the end it's like he bets it on these bastards. Kevin Durant's in this movie a lot. He bets money on him, but then he takes money and what? There's just so many confusing plot elements in this movie that confused me. I'm just like, the script could have been done a lot better. I feel like if the script was written by different people or the Safdie brothers really focused on the script better, this could have been an excellent movie. But since the script has so many plot errors and so many confusing things, and it just threw me off. I'm like, what? Like what? I'm just so confused. Like, you're gonna be saying what a lot in this movie. It's like what? Why? What? Why? I don't know. Honestly, the acting is amazing. The acting's fantastic. The music's fantastic. The cinematography is fantastic. There's so many fantastic elements in Uncut Gems, but it's just the story and the character development. It just lacks so bad in it. It's like, what the frig? Like, what? I don't know. Like, the characters are the exact same in the beginning as they are in the end. I mean, the only character that I guess that really developed was the girl character, Julia, or whatever. But, like, even she's not really developed because she kind of is a greedy bitch. I mean, she just wants Howard for money. I mean, I don't really feel like I don't know. These characters are great, but they're also unlikable in a way. So it's like, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about this movie. It's like, it's sad, but I like Rise of Skywalker more this movie. And I like Rise of Skywalker a lot, but seriously, I was expecting this to blow Rise of Skywalker away, and it didn't do that. It didn't even blow Knives Out away. It didn't even blow out freaking Child's Play. I mean, what? How is this movie not as good as these? Like, I don't even understand. What went wrong, Safdie brothers? Like, I love this movie. It's really great. I love so many aspects, but just the story was so weird. It was like, you couldn't really get it sometimes. It was like, what was the point of all this? I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Click's always going to be my favorite Adam Sandler movie. I hate to say it, guys, but even this movie couldn't top Click. So Click's officially the best Adam Sandler movie. I mean, if this movie couldn't top it, then frig, it's official. Click is unbeatable. It's literally unbeatable. Click has emotion, great story, completely original. It's great comedy, great acting. Click is all around a fantastic movie, but this movie just wasn't like that. It was like, okay, well, it's a fine movie. It's a good movie. But it's not a movie I'm going to be watching a lot, and it's not even in my top 20 of the year. I mean, I've seen so many fantastic films this year. I've seen Marriage Story. I've seen I Am Mother. I've seen Joker. Richard Jewell. Richard Jewell completely destroys this movie. He's not even comparison. Endgame especially. I mean, bro, I've seen so many fantastic films this year that maybe if I saw Uncut Gems before all this stuff, maybe I would have liked it a lot more. But in comparison, it's like, man, bro, like this movie was kind of a letdown. Like, seriously, I was so hyped with this movie. This is my most hyped movie, one of the most hyped movies I've had this year. Since I saw Joker, this was my most hyped movie of the year because everybody kept claiming this was like amazing as frick, best movie of the year. And I'm like, okay, great, it's gonna be awesome. And and then at the end, I'm like, it wasn't really though. Like, it just wasn't. I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just gonna have to give Uncut Gems an 8.4. Does it have good elements in it? Yeah, it's really great in some aspects. It has great things in it. But it doesn't make up for a lack of weird story and a lack of weird plot decisions, a lack of like cohesiveness. The movie is cohesive and convoluted. It's like, why? And by the end, the ending is so strange. The ending is so, it makes the film feel pointless. Like at the end, you're just like, I'm not gonna watch this again because you just are like, what was the point? Why? But anyway, guys, I'm not saying the movie's bad. The movie's really good. It's just, it's lacking in areas. And that's why I'm giving it the rating of 8.4. It's better than Terminator Dark Fate. It's better than El Camino. But like El Camino, it feels pointless. El Camino's more pointless, but this movie kind of feels pointless too. Had great actors, had great elements, had a great idea. But execution-wise and writing-wise and script-wise, it just lacked. And I'm sorry. And to say this, guys, I just wasn't a huge fan of this movie. I mean, I love this movie, but I have mixed feelings about it. Maybe down the road I'll give it a higher rating or a lower rating, but for right now it gets the 8.4 because I did admire this movie a lot as a filmmaker, as a filmmaking perspective, as a acting perspective. It's amazing. It's like I felt about Lighthouse. Lighthouse had great elements in it, fantastic acting, but the story and the movie itself just lacked. And I feel like that with Uncut Gems. Uncut Gems is still great, still better than Lighthouse, but it just has that problem. It's like I can't really get over that problem. It's like it's so great in so many aspects. The music, especially, the music is so amazing, and there's so many amazing moments of Uncut Gems, but it doesn't lack. It just lacks. I just feel like the movie lacks. But it's my opinion. So sorry if I didn't love Uncut Gems as much as everybody else, but it was kind of a letdown for me. I loved it. I still liked it a lot. It didn't blow me away, and it wasn't as entertaining as some of the movies I watched this year. It sucked. And I mean, I'm sorry. It sucked that I didn't like it as much. Sorry, it didn't suck. It just sucked that I didn't like it as much as I hoped I would. It's all right, but hey, it's still a good movie. I still recommend you guys go see it. You might have a better opinion than me. You might think it's the best movie of the year, but for me, it was just okay. I mean, it was good. It was really great, but could have been a lot better. Anyway, guys, the next big movie review I'm going to do is 1917 for the theater, but I don't think I'm going to be doing any. I mean, I'm going to do Six Underground, and I might do Just Mercy. I'm not sure what other movie reviews I'm going to do, but yeah, guys, that was my Uncut Gems review. It's overall a great movie. It's just definitely felt a little of a letdown, a little lacking in a lot of areas, but overall a great movie. I recommend you go see it. Maybe you'll love it more than me. You'll have a good time. I mean, it's a good movie. Can't deny, It's better than some movies, but it's not the best of the year. I mean, it's definitely not even my top 20. So just take that into account. Don't expect like a mind-blowing masterpiece of a movie, because that's not what this is. It's a very unique experience, and maybe you'll like it a lot more than I do. So thank you all for watching. Tana Meister is signing out. Bye-bye.